Hi, you guys. God bless. Um, I hope that what we are getting ready to talk about gets received well. Um, I just kind of want to briefly just hit on a topic that has always caused so much thought in me. The topic is identity. I've been thinking about it for about 3, 4 months in a row now, and it's just getting to the point that I have to just, you know, let it all out. um, Identity. Who are we? What are we here for? What is our purpose? And to be honest, it's my opinion that, everybody's purpose is different. Everybody, God has blessed with different gifts, different talents. And, we're constantly, growing into the person that God has called us to be. And so in that, we find out more things that, we can do, that more things that we are talented in. For example, I mean, growing up, everybody basically always said, the obvious. Oh, you have a nice voice, you're going to be a singer. Um, and then in high school, you write interesting pieces of poetry. Maybe you'll be a writer. Um, and now I'm finding that maybe, what I am also gifted at is speaking. So it just goes to show that, we're constantly growing. What we do, who we are, is constantly changing. And God is constantly blessing us, with being able to find and discover more things about ourselves that we didn't know. Um, so identity. I think that a lot of people struggle with this topic, right? Because, you know, who are we? Who do we belong to? What am I supposed to be doing? Where is my space, my place in this world, in this society? And I've tried to do a lot of soul searching about that because it's really a conundrum, right? And for me, I've discovered that um, I've tried to be in the world, in the sense that I've tried to be like some of the figures in my personal life that I wanted to aspire to be like. And I found myself kind of going and getting myself like going out of control almost, in a sense. I started losing myself. I wasn't happy with myself because I was too focused on trying to be like someone else that I thought was a good example for myself. And what I've learned is that God has called us to be like Him. And I belong to Him, right? Sometimes it's hard for us to identify with that reality, is that we all belong to Christ. We all belong to Him, whether we say we do or we say we don't. We all belong to Him. We are His creation. And that is a wonderful thing. Because when you know who you belong to, right, then you know who you should aspire to be like. And God was perfect. So why wouldn't you want to aspire to be like Him? Not that we'll ever be successful at being perfect, but we can aspire to be like Him. We can aspire to reach those goals. I want to be the best version of myself. And so every single time I walk out of my house, I try to think, you know, am I reflecting Him, right? Am I reflecting Him in how I talk to people, how I conduct myself, how I work with other people, how I represent myself image wise, how I conduct myself on social media. it's so important to just keep all these things in mind. Identity is so important, especially in a society where the temptation is to be like the next person, to be like celebrities, to look a certain way, to act a certain way, to, you know, it's important that we remember that we are called to be excellent. We are called to use our gifts, to use our talents, to be a representation of God in all that we do. And the best way that we can represent God is by being the best versions of ourselves, by using our talents in the right way, and to obey God and to do what He has called you to do. Everybody, has a calling. So if you haven't received yours yet, you're not, concrete on your calling. Pray, 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 pray. There's power in prayer. Read the Word. There is life in the Word. And really, ask God for that revelation, because it will come. Be patient. It will come, and when you know who you are, who you belong to, and what your job in this world is, then you'll have no identity issues. You'll know exactly who you are and exactly who you're supposed to be. And there's nothing that brings you more peace than having that reassurance and having that knowledge about yourself. Because remember, we're all still trying to get to know ourselves. I've noticed that life is not really about us introducing or showing ourselves to other people. Life is really about us finding out who we are, and that's that's the challenge. Is digging deeper, asking for revelation, keeping yourself grounded in the Word and prayer, and you can't go wrong. So God bless. Just have that in mind. If you have any thoughts, comments about anything that I talked about, by all means, comment below. Because I would love to, keep this conversation going, or to really hear some other interesting things. I'm always about learning and growing. Amen. So God bless you all. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.